Yeah.
Okay, then screw it. We're using gamepad.
Screw it, gamepad
We are
time.
using gamepad.
Alright.
And we have also got these up. We got that.
Eating during recording. That's not what people do.
Like upwards finger. I would do that to like I would do that to my girlfriend. She'd be like, but like shh. Okay. Alright.
And then, heck, if one of us is taking a bite, we can just kind of lean back and do it. I don't know if it works.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Where do we begin?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sakura Angels. Of course, we would end up doing one of these, especially after doing the other recording of something similar to this that somehow people liked.
And I'm actually here. This time, not swallowing my microphone on my phone.
Yeah. I don't even know what was up with that.
I don't know either. I was very, very tired.
Anyway.
Let us begin. I can hit start.
Hit Y. Just like button mash.
Technical difficulties, please stand by. Oh, what button did I was it on the D-pad?
What?
Yeah, it's up on the D-pad! Oh, I want you to throw in a D-pad with an arrow pointing at it. That's where it's at, people. Alright.
Wow.
Every night have the same dream.
You are swallowing my microphone now.
Your pop filter smells weird. Okay.
That's because I have two.
Every night, I'm always brought back to this place, without fail. And even then, every morning I wake up, with no memory of this place at all, until the next time I fall asleep. Not a single night has went by without my consciousness being dragged into this abyss. Get that pizza.
You be quiet.
This realm is devoid of light. So much that I can't even see my hand in front of my face. Well, no dipshit, it's dark. No matter how desperately I waited. The concept of sound is just absent. My steps silent, and my distressed cries swallowed by the bordering darkness as quickly as they had left my mouth. No pun intended. Indeed. In a bleak, barren wasteland of nothingness. Spending my prolonged amount of time here begins with me doubt even my own existence in the daily masturbation. Yet, despite feeling suffocated by a striking absence of anything, I don't know. Wait, oh shit. I know I'm not alone. Okay, someone is watching me. Oh, that ain't good. Oh, Corey, no. That was like a face really close.
You are being watched.
You're being monitored. Stalking me from the... I can't say for sure what it is, but every once in a while, I'll catch sight of something from the corner of my view. Corey eating food. A pair of burning, bright eyes. Corey, no. I don't like that. Fixed purely on me. They hate me. Despite
I can't help it. You have bright and burning.
It's dark. It's dim in here. You have blue green eyes. I don't.
I have blue, green, and brown.
That's probably why. Despise an overwhelming sense of it's bad. I don't know that word. Radiating from whoever they belong to. Animosity. Okay, there we go. Radiating from whoever they belong to. I know they want nothing more than to lash out and attack me, but something is holding them back. A force they truly despise. That is...
Like what microphone?
I was going to say my boner, but... Invisible
I wouldn't want it either.
Invisible chains that bind and restrict them from one thing that is on their mind. At first I began dreaming about this place. The eyes were distant, like glimmering stars. But with each passing night, the eyes seemed to inch ever closer and shine ever brighter. I think whatever force has been holding them from me is beginning to fade. What will happen when these eyes reach? I shudder to think. And now it's just a dream, so I shouldn't be afraid. Corey, I'm not liking you looking at me. But everything I experience here is so vivid. Vivid. Vivi. I love Vivi. None of the usual murky haze that shrouds each such dream-like environment cease to exist here. Oh. I have perfect clarity. I can't feel the stagnant, freezing air all around me enough to indicate or incite a shiver out of me every once in a while. I actually like that kind of weather. Since I'm so used to the stream, I'll know how it will end. I will fade through the darkness of what seems like eternity, never finding anything until the morning finally comes and pulls me out of this nightmare. At least, that was how it usually ended. Something's different tonight. Those hateful burning eyes that always kept just out of sight before. I'm suddenly confronted by them. Boy, I swear to God, if you don't get any closer. Never before have they been so close. Never before have I started staring right back into them. That smile. Their narrowed, piercing gaze roots me to the spot of a shooting pain surges through me. I can't move. I can't breathe. And then, from the darkness, a crooked smile spreads. Boy, I swear to God, if you do anything. Just as sinister as the eyes. Alright.
You just coughed on it, and it's at full blast right now. Everyone's ears is now bleeding, and everyone is now trying to sue me right now.
Forgive me. It won't be long now. Enjoy the peace while you can, boy. For the days are numbered. And then everything shall change.
My neck hurt when I did that.
How's the room?
Oh. My head is killing me. These morning migraines are the worst. That's what you get. Every morning without a fail.
I always wake up to a sensation, not unlike my skull being pounded by a jackhammer.
That is lovely.
Yes.
Readjusting.
Thump.
I can just imagine that. Like as soon as you just wake up and then like instead of like the thump you hear, all you hear is thump.
Literally, you just press the D-pad and just thump. That's what I was laughing at.
It's almost like a heartbeat. I feel my head going to split open. It's weird though, because even though the pain is so intense, it never lasts long.
In space, it takes me to get up and head for school. The pain is usually reduced to a dull throb at the back of my skull then. So, it isn't too much of a hassle to get into the grand scheme of things. But it certainly wasn't a fun way to wake up. I just find it odd how consistent it seems to be.
Like me waking up and falling on my morning room. That happens. I have night terrors.
That isn't a night terror if you have one of those. I hope you know.
Well, I mean, I wake up and testosterone levels are like, hello, and I just fall over and I just land on it. It really hurts.
It is not a night terror.
Anyway,
if you wake up with that. Enough pondering
these
weird
mysteries. It's time to tackle the draw. That was the shake of the screen. Okay, let me do that with the microphone. After
a moment of wrestling with my blanket,
I swing my legs around and drag myself out of bed. How do you do that?
A quick look at my bedside clock tells me it's still early.
Very early.
Actually, I don't see a clock anywhere in here.
Oh, yeah!
I don't see a clock anywhere.
There is no clock. Don't smoke clock.
Too early. If I had it my way, the world wouldn't start until at least a good way into the afternoon. but sadly, life isn't just that wonderful. Pulling back the curtains to let the light flood into my room, I suppressed the urge to let out a hiss, almost blinding myself
Interruption.
in the process.
Oh, okay, that
bright.
failed. That failed.
Too bright. The rest of my time getting ready spent fighting with my uniform, a tie becoming all too problematic to put on when you're happy.
Sleep!
So basically, oh god, I think I've actually got my hand stuck in. How did you do that?
How do you, what do you mean?
Like, whenever you're tying your tie, then he somehow messed up so bad his hand got stuck in his tie.
I thought he had meant, the sleeve, his hand, folded in and just, got wedged in there.
No, he's kind of problematic. Almost choking myself to death in the most pathetic fight ever. Wow, you're weak. I finished putting on the tie, and the rest of my uniform complying peacefully with me. Unable to find a comb myself for just flattening my hair down with my hands. That I wish I could do.
I wish I could do that too. We have the same hair.
Yeah, fluff. Fluff. Blinking into the mirror, I left staring back at someone with messy black hair.
Yep, sounds about right. Well,
yeah, close enough. Somewhat dressed and somewhat ready, I stumbled out of my room, my legs still not fully awake.
I think that's funny, because I think you do that when you go to work. You're just eh.
Yes, because I wear a hard hat anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's whatever. Uneven steps carry me dangerously down the stairs. Where did close even come through? And I soon emerge into the kitchen.
That's a very nice kitchen.
For a high school student, yeah. I'm greeted by silence. Silence.
The kitchen is empty. Percy! Weird looking Lord Skip auto preference.
My parents were what you might call workaholics.
Dude, that's cool. That's a good show.
Basically, they spend more time at their respective jobs than they ever do. Here. I only ever get to catch them during the evening when they're eating, and then everyone is off to bed and the cycle repeats. Don't get me wrong, I understand they have to work in order to keep us living comfortably, so I don't hate them for it. It just gets, lonely.
Not for me, man.
Oh, you mean you do have a hand. And, there's no use moping about it. Squeak. It's been like this for years, so I don't know why I was getting all emotional about it. About it now. I got it.
You sure?
Yep. I got it somewhat.
Are you very sure? ASMR video of my goatee scratching. Okay. The plus side of them not being around is that I quickly had to learn how to cook for myself. Ramen noodles.
Oh yeah. It's amazing how fast you can adapt to that sort of stuff when you're starving. I don't think I'll have enough time for anything fancy to eat for breakfast, so I'll just settle for toast.
I can just imagine the guy with an actual disc this time.
I wonder why.
Such a douche. Such a douche. You can never go wrong with toast.
Toast.
That was actually in the text. I literally didn't see that.
I know, you were looking at me.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay. What did I say? What? Okay. Okay. You might be able to go wrong with... How do you go wrong with toast? Ramen and toast is awesome.
You can go wrong with toast by throwing it out the window.
With the toaster and your body with it?
Yes.
Okay. I have sudden traumatic flashbacks when the toaster erupted into flames. How do you... How?
How does it erupt into flames? Because someone is very bad.
Did you stuff a newspaper in your toaster? Sorry, I smacked that. It's okay.
Oh, what a day that was. But I've learned from my mistakes now. It won't happen a second and not a third time. Oh, I give the empty house a last look over before opening the front door. It's kind of depressing to have no one to say goodbye to. Well, you got the coffee pot. But again, this has been the same for every weekday morning since forever ago. The sun is shining again in the cloudless sky. Birds are chirping overhead, waves of students are passing by, happily chatting with one another as they are all making way to school.
I'm sorry, I got really hungry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's also horrible. I'm not much of a morning person, so I can't even begin to fathom how everyone can be so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed right now. I mean, it's taking all of my willpower just to be able to put a foot in front of the other without just crumbling to the ground. I just have to hope that breakfast kicks in and gives me the energy I need before I'm forced to literally drag myself through the school gates. While keeping my head down and my eyes glued to the ground as I soldier on, I suddenly notice that the vibrant atmosphere from before is gone. I'm pretty sure it's still very vibrant. I still see sunshine. So, okay. Silence is completely taken over. My steps are the only thing making any noise. The air is still, that's a bit strange. Bring my head up, I'm met with an unsettling light.
Fine.
The streets are deserted.
Are you sure?
I will definitely have to edit some of that.
Don't.
No students. No cars. And even the cheerful chirping of the birds is gone. What? I hurry on forward, hoping to at least run into somebody. Anyone. Even the sun's once golden rays seem muted. They're still shining! The world tings in dreary tones. But there still isn't a cloud. There's clouds up there!
Zoom!
Okay, this is definitely starting to freak me out. I need just a splitting pain shoots through my head, stopping me in my tracks. Like a searing poker being thrust through my skull. Oh, okay. A headache? Now? Nothing's making any sense. Desperately trying to...
Well, yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing.
There's nothing but clouds and the not rays somehow.
The not rays that are obviously beaming through.
Yeah. Desperately trying to keep myself upright as I clutch a hand to my head, I stagger forwards. Unlike the headaches from before, that gradually died down. This one seems to be getting worse. It won't stop at all. I'm brought to my knees. Okay. I can barely even think straight. My head threatening to explode at any moment. And then, through gritted teeth and pained expression, I see it. Something that shouldn't exist. It clearly does, as confirmed by my own terrified eyes. Miley Cyrus.
Sure.
Dude, in the fur! A monster.
I hit that.
With a truck.
You're clever, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. That's the only word that can come to my scrambled mind. A hulking, grotesque mass of flesh with gnarled fangs of red-slitted eyes seething with haste.
Bird!
The closest thing I can relate it to would be a dog, but no dog I know of 3 times the size of me. Its form practically eclipsing the sun.
That's cool, though.
Cool story, bro. It snorts with flared nostrils, something that like steam being exhaled out. Choo choo. Dude, it is freaking Thomas the Trank Cyrus.
The trank?
The Train Cyrus.
Oh, I thought you said
The
train.
train.
I thought you said drank.
Well, I mean, it could be like a mixture of words, but not getting into that story. Okay. It snorts with flared nostrils. I just said that! Given its stance, it and the fact it's blocking my way, I can only assume it's here for me. But why? What the hell is it? Where did it come from? Why does it want me? I'm not getting into that discussion either. A million and one questions race through my head, but I doubt I'm going to get any answers from this thing. There's only one thing I can do when presented with such odds, and that is to stand your ground. Of course.
Let's crap my pants and run, dude.
To where?
The thousands of buildings.
To the thousands of buildings with a pounding headache in the middle of a wide open area.
I don't have to have my head.
You kinda do need your head.
How can you say that when I'm actually a Lego minifigure?
You are not. And you wouldn't be able to run fast enough if you weren't.
Rocket-propelled car!
Of course, I don't know what the hell this thing is, or why it suddenly appeared before me, but I'm not gonna let it take me down without a fight. Ignoring the pain that threatens to consume my skull, I straighten myself up and stare right back into the hateful eyes of the beast. And then, tightening a fist, I lash out like lightning. My fist connecting with its head cleanly with a solid impact, and probably doing nothing. Take this, foul beast.
You didn't say Tama.
Wham! Okay, no. Bad idea. Yeah, such eclipsing the sun here. That did nothing. I called it.
Well, I don't know what's wrong.
In fact, it looks even angrier than it did before. What, the street signs? All I managed to do is bruise my own fist. I hope I haven't broken anything. I reeled back from my brutal attack, giving the fist in question a good shake. It still stings. Ow. Now what do? My blazing surprise attack was met with a complete indifference, and now I think it's too late to run, as the creature is gearing itself up for its charge, its front leg digging into the ground. This might have been a mistake. No, it wasn't. I try to turn tail and begin running, but the beast kicks off of the ground straight towards me. There's nothing else I can do. I brace myself as best I can for the inevitable bone-shattering impact. Right before the beast can connect with me, I bring my life to a grisly end. A dazzling radiant light floods my vision, engulfing both me and the monster. The beast stops in its tracks, a guttural cry escaping it before it vaporizes before my eyes. Dots.
Ellipses.
What?
Ellipses, what? Ellipses.
What the hell just happened? So, turning that down.
Jeez, that was a close one. Are you alright?
Cheerful voice chirps. A welcome sound after tears of bat. The thing.
Don't talk to him. We have to leave before.
Then another voice that's less cheerful. In fact, they sound angry more than anything. Yeah, that don't look. Hi.
Oh! I think 12-year-old me disenjoyed.
The light soon fades, revealing my saviors. All 6 of you. Though, this is definitely the last thing I was expecting. 2 girls roughly my age stand before me. I blinked several times before I scrubbed my eyes, hoping things might make a little more sense. This can't be real. I'm having more trouble believing these girls are actually standing before me than I did the monster. Wielding weapons and costumes taken straight up a fancy book. It's all a bit much for my brain to attempt to process. What? Sorry. What the heck was that?
Shadow?
The more cheerful of the two simply says that to me, or stands for relaxing some. Huh? Is that supposed to explain everything? I glance down my feet where my own shadow stretches, but the girl bursts into a giggle.
Not your own shadow, silly. The thing we just took care of, which you're welcome for, by the way, is what we call a shadow. The physical manifestation of the hatred and negative emotions that might lurk in one's heart. Normally they're not so aggressive during the day though. It was really out of for you. We're usually pretty good at nabbing them before they get to you, but this one's completely took us by surprise. I'm happy we caught there in time.
So am I.
You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine.
Is it the things weren't bad enough that we had several ourselves to? Now that we're just casually blabbing away at things that no normal person should have right to know. Have you lost your mind?
I'm cut short by the more aggressive looking pair. Oh, yeah, definitely a pair. Whose expression has grown darker and darker as the cheerful one is spoken. Looking like she's unable to take it anymore, she exploded, causing both of us to jump.
Oh, but he looks so confused. And now that he's seen some of the shadows firsthand, don't you think this is a little too late for us to quietly slip back into the shadows? ellipsis.
Her eyes narrow to a frightening glare. It's clear she is an Abby, but I don't think she has anything to counter that.
See? You worry too much. We only have to tell him what he needs to know, nothing more, nothing less, lad.
The upbeat girl brings her attention back to me, a sparkle in her eyes. Hello.
Scottish girl got legs. It's alright, it's okay.
Which one? Nothing for it,
The one who's speaking right now. So, Kenta, where were we?
We were... Wait. How do you know my name?
Eh? Oh. Oops. Sorry, Les.
She puts a hand on her mouth to try to take back the words. Yeah, you can't. The questions continue to pile up, and I still haven't gotten any answers.
You can't take back that pod, can ya?
You idiot!
The serious one wraps her fist against the other's head. Rap battle over here. Who sticks her tongue out in a sort of my bad kind of way. So you guys know me? I've never seen them in my life. I wouldn't have... Oh, and given how they look, I definitely think I would remember them. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Well, we don't know you personally, but we can been watching over you for a while now. You've become quite a point of interest recently, you know?
Me? What did I ever do to get so much attention? As far as I know, I'm just an average student.
You're just a good sportsman, that's why.
You could be Makoto Naegi, who lives an average life, doing average things.
Being the most ultimate lucky student.
Yes! Matter of fact, he is. Though after this, I guess I can't really call my life average anymore.
Mm-hmm. Lass? Can't really go into details because you know top secret and all. But let's just say, it's not in our best interest for you to fall into the wrong hands. You wouldn't believe how much effort we've been putting into keeping you safe, you know. You wouldn't believe how much effort a true Scotsman has been putting into keeping you safe, lad. You know? Actually...
She beams at me, leaning in perhaps a little bit too close. She's throwing so much at me I can hardly think straight.
Well, I don't know. There's two things that are not keeping me straight.
What, the 4?
I was looking at one, sorry.
Oh.
I got my eyes on the bright one.
Just who the heck are you guys?
Hmm.
Wait, actually...
Have I been doing both the whole time?
Wait. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. On the count of 3, point at the one that you're looking at the most. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We have absolutely crossed here.
And we just literally made an X pattern with our arms. I pointed
over the microphone.
Literally, if you didn't know, I was pointing at the left and he was pointing on the right, where he's sitting on the left and I'm sitting at the right.
God dang it.
Late.
She falls deep into thought, her nose scrunching up. I guess she's choosing her words carefully as to avoid another brutal assault from her partner. Yeah, being wrapped.
Think of it as your guardian angels, okay?
Saying that, she gives her bow a flourish, and it shatters between her fingers. Moments later, the shattered pieces of the bow begin to gather behind her, the shards piecing back together rapidly until they finally form a pair of wings on her back. The wings, not strictly attached to her, at least seems to function as though they sway in the breeze and give off a glimmer every now and again. Wait, are those literally angels? Let me get this straight. To start from the beginning, that thing that attacked me, that monster, you call those shadows?
Yes, lad.
And these shadows have supposedly been hunting me for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently, if they catch me, it'll be bad for unspecified reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yes, lad. Very bad, man.
And you guys, whoever you are, have been combating them from the shadows to keep me safe from harm. She nods enthusiastically.
Lid.
Headbanging death metal. It looks like I've just about got a grip on this whole thing, even if it was a little sparse on details. Knowing all this brings me to the conclusion that This is Sakura Angels.
I have no choice but to believe him, man.
Why not?
Like a true Scotsman.
As crazy as all this sounds, I can't deny the evidence before me. The monster was definitely real, and the cat just flew. I have no reason to doubt these girls who destroyed that thing right before my eyes. Okay, so what happens now?
Hmm? Well, not the shadows have gotten to be more aggressive. I really don't think we can go back to our old job watching you from the fair. Lad. Wait. Oh, I really don't think we can. Oh, wait. Alright, sorry. We were lucky we just barely catch you. That thing just now, after all. What's this number say?
Huh. Hey, hand this from Vector Marketing. Sorry, no, that's a wrong number because my name is not Jessica Taylor, and I don't know of a Jessica Taylor.
Hello there, my name is Jessica Taylor.
So, hello, this is Dog.
Wait. Are you looking for a job, man?
No, I am not.
I'm not looking for a job, man.
I am working right now.
I don't know why I'm sitting that voice.
I don't either. Somehow, I don't like the sound of that, or what it might imply, at all.
So, we're parting ways for now, but expect us to be keeping an extremely close eye from you now. Alright, man? Bye-bye for now. Later.
She gives me a wink and a wave before taking off in the other direction. Her less enthused partner simply turns her head from me with one last before falling after us. I'm soon left completely alone within the street, where just moments ago my entire world has been spun on its head. Literally. Did all that just happen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh jeez.
It just did.
All of this will have to wait for later though. Right now I have to focus on the bigger issue, being late for school.
What school?
You are almost eaten and that's your biggest issue.
And no one's around.
I break into a sprint as I try to make up for lost time, all the while hoping that I'll never run into those two again. Somehow I just barely make it to class.
Oh, so there's people now?
Apparently. It was a photo finish to the door, right as the bell went, but I made it. There was no one there. Taking a moment to catch my breath, I dragged myself over to my desk, the teacher arriving almost seconds after I collapsed into the chair. Too close. None of the other students seemed too bothered by my late entrance. Though, at this point, maybe this was the exact what they expected me anyway. I've been pretty late at times, even missing the bell entirely some days. Mostly due to sleeping in. Sounds like this, at least this time, I had an actual reason for cutting so close. That no one will believe. I mean, listen to this excuse. Two big-titted, random girls come out of nowhere in random clothes with a bow and a sword and cut a shadow in front of me.
The true Scotsman.
However, after what happened earlier, I think it's going to be impossible for me to focus on the lesson. I would be too. I'm beginning to wonder if I'll ever get an explanation for what the heck that was just happened. Impossibly tall creatures, girls wielding magic weapons. No matter how I look at you're definitely looking at the magic weapons. No matter how I look at it, my brain refuses to accept it as reality.
True Scots weapons.
It goes against everything I know. Yeah. I scrub through my hair and faint headache still ringing at the back of my head. But lucky enough to have a seat situated by the window, I let my gaze wander out, my eyes vacant as I stare into the clear blue sky. The teacher, my God, my English over here.
English.
The teacher is doing his usual morning speech, no doubt talking about the upcoming events for the school. But his words are just a dull mumble in my ears, and my mind miles away. But those girls knew me by name.
Yep.
No matter how far I've delved back through my memories, it's clear I've never seen them in my life.
And they watch you jack off.
Yes, they have. Many times. At least, I don't think I've seen them before. I think hard. Maybe too hard to the point my eyes begin to strain. Nope. Nothing. Can't recall a single thing that might shed light on this. Defeated for now, I turned back into the classroom while keeping my sights set on the sky. The teacher's voice becoming clear once more. Now, I know it's a bit sudden, but today we have 2 transfer students that will be joining us for class. I wonder who they could be. Transfer students. At the time of this year? At this time of year?
Yep.
It's a bit late for the joining, don't you think? Nah. Even the teacher sounds confused as he announces them. No, just one, but two? Why do I get the feeling that there's something off about this?
And a breaking of the dress code.
Oh, yeah. With wings and magic weapons? Almost as if it's tied into what happened earlier? No,
Yeah.
it couldn't be. Like you all make them feel welcome as they transition in. What did you say your name was?
I'm Siaka. Nice to meet you. I hope we can all get along.
I bolt upright in my seat, my head snapping towards the front of the classroom.
It's the Scotsman!
That upbeat voice. Is it really? Yup.
Breaking dress code. In America, this is not tolerated. West Kentucky, not tolerated.
It's not tolerated, but everyone else definitely appreciates it, just so you know.
The 12-year-old in the back corner of the classroom.
Sure enough, two girls I never thought I'd see again stood before me. That is worse than my English. In my school, I heard something.
Ellipses explosion.
I bolt upright in my seat, my head snapping towards the front of the classroom. That upbeat voice, is it written? What? The cheerful one, Sayako, bows politely to the class, flashing a grin as her eyes pass over me. What? What is this? The other girl is less courteous, her arms crossed and her brow furrowed. She doesn't look pleased to be here. At all. Her gaze passes over me too, but rather than a smile, she gives me a nasty glare. Is she blaming me for this?
Yep.
Sure feels like it.
She is. But, okay. The grumpy one beside me is Hiaraki.
Hikari?
Oh, great. I forgot my friend's name. Go on, say hi. Don't.
Ooh. Sayaka gives her a playful push and stumbles to the center of the classroom. Everyone's out of the corner.
Looks like the badass ain't badass anymore.
Ooh. You are now center of attention. Spotlight intensified.
There's thighs! Thighs! Persecutor! Crucifier!
She looks like she's at a loss for words. Her mouth opening and closing as her face gradually goes red. That's not gradual. That is straight up red. She looks like she's at a loss for words. Her mouth opening. I just said that! I guess she doesn't cope well under the spotlight.
Hikari. Nice to meet you.
Oh, she is straight up blushing. She trails off into a murmur before spinning on her heel and storming her way back to Sayaka. Practically. Oh, I can see it. Practically hiding behind her.
See, that wasn't too hard, was it?
Hikari simmers with silent rage, her hands balled up in the tight fist, practically shaking. I'm sure if she wasn't in the classroom full of people, things might have gotten violent here. With her instructions over, the teacher motions for them to take their seats. Wait a second. I only realized that where they only spare seats in the classroom are.
Right beside me. Oh, right behind me.
Of course. One of them is right behind me with a window view too, and the other is to my right. So that means they'll both be sitting beside me. Actually, that's pretty convenient. I can finally ask them what the heck they were doing. Sayaka with a spring in her step waltzes towards the desk behind me. Corey's Hikari stomps.
Corey.
Hey, stop! No. Hikari stomps her way over and takes the other desk. I lean out from my desk and try to catch their attention, but I'm cut short by the teacher who resumes whatever it is he was talking about before. Damn it. I don't want to get in trouble for talking during class. I'll have to wait till the break. That's 2 lessons away, though, which is practically an eternity. Yeah! I swing back around to the front of my desk. I can't do anything right now, so I'll just pay attention to the teacher and... No. I gotta pay attention when these two magical girls are sitting near me.
Quote unquote magical. Am I right?
Billboards. I want answers now. I'm throwing my fingers against the desk as the teacher continues to drone on. I try to think of a way around this. Third, I don't speak during class, so a note. Of course, is obvious.
He wants the nudes.
The stick figure.
Hey man, show me your nudes, and it's just like just a draw a stick.
It's like,
a stick figure.
I dig into my school bag and pull out my notebook and pencil. I'll just pass them a note. Simple and silent. Silent and deadly. It's a bit of an immature means of communicating, I'll admit, but I'm desperate here. I scribbled down my message. What are you guys doing here? I may as well get straight to the point. Tear the page out, almost ripping it in half in the process. Only question is left. Who do I give this note to?
It's better if you give it to the night bright one, huh?
She answers more.
But Clara is just such a douchebag. Shit, Ariel Scuts.
Yeah, but she also doesn't do well on Spotlight. They kind of put her on the spot.
You know what?
Good point.
Fuck it. Just go with your Corey.
Yep, sorry. Right. It's easier to pass her the note without looking too suspicious since she's to my side. Keeping my eyes forward, I casually lean out and slide the note onto her desk. I just narrowly avoid the teacher's ever vigilant gaze as I do so, his eyes sweeping over to the class like a searchlight. I'm hopeful that this might actually work, as I watch Kari from the corner of my eye. She gives a sidelong glance, picking up the note with two fingers that it was contaminated. She brings it up to face, scans over it once, and then crumbles it up with a sneer, tossing it back my way before focusing on the lesson. Oh, that cat face though.
What did I tell you, lad?
That cat face though.
What did I tell you, lad?
That cat face though.
Cat face.
That cat face though.
You should have.
I don't need to. It is right there.
Those are just little. This is little red buds.
It is there.
It's a button.
Harsh. Well, that was a failure. I feel like the teacher is keeping a closer eye on me than he did before, so I probably can't get away with passing another note to Sika instead.
See what I tell you, man?
Hey, you might get more answers out of her now.
She's not a Triscutsman.
You might get more answers out of her.
True.
Feeling a little hurt from her crushing rejection, I slumped forward, keeping my head propped up lazily with a hand. If she's going to be like that, I suppose I should try and piece things together the best I can until I get a chance to talk to him properly.
It won't be very good.
No, it won't. Let's see. They said they were my guardian angels before, right?
No.
And that attack from before must have spooked them to the point where they feel watching over me from afar just wouldn't cut it anymore. That's just a good conclusion I can come up with on my own anyway. Since the Ice Queen over there refuses to throw me a scrap of information, the first lesson of the day goes on at an agonizingly slow pace. I can't focus on a thing, no matter how hard I try. After what seems like an eternity, the bell finally rings, announcing the end of the lesson. There's still another lesson to go before break time, though, which makes it impossible to talk with these girls, especially since the next lesson is PE, where the boys and girls are separated.
Sucks, don't it?
Why is my life so complicated?
Because you can't see the booty.
After reluctantly getting changed for PE, I'm soon in the schoolyard with the male half of our class. Much like the first lesson, I find it hard to pay attention to PE teacher as he goes through our basic warm-up exercises. I wonder why. Is it a little bouncy for you? I follow the exercises just about with as much enthusiasm as a zombie. The rest of the lesson is sort of a blur, at least until some of the male students start to look towards the track and field where the girls are. Tag and Rampa and this do not go together.
It's not.
I follow the exercise just about with as much enthusiasm as I just read that! There's staring amazement, some even rubbing at their eyes as if it couldn't be real. What's so amazing? What are you guys all looking at? I muscle into the crowd that's formed so I can actually get a good look at the field. No way. The girls are running on the track, which is an amazing thing in itself, but it's who's running on the track that's making such an unreal sight.
Oh my
no.
god!
Scott Sterling!
It's Scott Sterling! He's the Scotsman!
Yeah.
I spit it everywhere. So.
Yeah.
Just wiping my whole face.
I see a bulge. Just saying.
Oh no.
You see it too, don't even deny it.
Mm-hmm.
Sayaka's blazing across the track, practically a blur as she leaves the others in the dust. She's literally running circles around them. She doesn't look tired or exhausted at all either, save for the beads of sweat creeping up. In fact, she has a big smile on her face, clearly enjoying it all. As if it wasn't obvious before, these girls are on a completely different level.
I know, right?
I'm sure she's breaking several kinds of records right here.
Way more.
Yeah. The other girls in the group helplessly trail behind her, their expressions ranging from sheer confusion to envy. Some of the girls are, well, I guess were now, the top of their class when it came to track too, but she's making them all look like snails in comparison. I can't imagine how they must feel being showed up by someone who hasn't even been here a day.
We can figure it out next week on Scooby-Doo.
Yep. Because it is how do I...
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Okay, I found it.
Yeah, we're saving it.
Alright. So, that is all we have definitely got time for.
Figure out on the next week. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby Booty. What are you?
Scooby-Dooby Booty.
Yeah.
Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone, and